Hey, what's going on? I'm going to give you a brief rundown of this Flurry Rogue build I made that can safely farm pretty high tier nightmare dungeons. Starting off on the helmet, I'm running the Mangler's aspect, dealing direct damage to a vulnerable enemy has a chance to daze them for 2 seconds. A lot of the times you're going to be standing in a big group of enemies, so having the ability to daze them is going to be beneficial. For the traits, I'm running Max Life, Poison Imbued, Total Armor, and Cold Imbuement. Moving on to the chest piece, I'm running the aspect of Might. Basic skills grant 20% damage reduction for 6 seconds. When I run this build, I have the auto attack button held down at all times. So I'm usually always getting 20% damage reduction for 6 seconds. As for the traits, I'm running damage reduction, marksman skill damage. Marksman skill damage is useless in this build. Do not roll it on your chest piece. I'm running maximum life and total armor. For my gloves, I'm running the aspect of bursting venoms. This is the most important aspect in this build. It is where you're getting all your damage from. How it works is when you cast Poison Imbuement, there is a chance that you drop a poison pool on an enemy, and as long as you're standing in this poison pool, you are getting infinite charges and infinite cooldown reduction on your Poison Imbuement. Now, the reason I'm running Cold Imbuement and Shadow Imbuement is because there's a bug in this game that when you have enemies poisoned by Poison Imbuement, there is a chance to proc this poison pool with Shadow Imbuement and Cold Imbuement. It just gives you more chances to proc the bursting venom aspect. As for the traits, I'm running critical strike damage with imbued skills, attack speed, crit strike chance, and lucky hit chance. My pants, I'm running the aspect of disobedience. This aspect is also very important. A lot of times you're going to be standing in a big group of enemies, so having this aspect is going to keep you alive most of the time. Flurry has the ability to keep this aspect fully maxed out almost all the time, so I would definitely run this in the Flurry build. As for my traits, I'm running total armor, imbuement skill cooldown reduction, max life, and damage reduction. Definitely anything you can get damage reduction on, I would roll it. It is a very important trait. For my boots, I'm running the aspect of Ravengers. The Ravengers aspect, Shadow Step gets an extra charge. Like I said, you're going to be standing in a big group of enemies, so having the ability to get out of CC 2 different times is going to be very beneficial, because once you get CC'd, a lot of the times you're going to die. As for my traits, I'm running movement speed, dodge chance, energy cost reduction, and dexterity. My crossbow, or my two-handed weapon, which you're going to want to run a crossbow. A bow and arrow gives you distant damage, and you're never going to be doing distant damage with this build, so we'll definitely run a crossbow. For my aspect, I'm running Edge Masters. Skills deal up to 40% increased damage based on your available primary resource, usually always above 50% energy, so that's at least 20% extra damage. As for my traits, I'm running core skill damage, vulnerable damage, dexterity, and crit strike damage with imbued skills. You can replace dexterity with crit strike damage. I just max rolled dexterity on this, so I kept it. Moving on to my necklace is the Umbrous aspect. Critical strikes with marksman skills have up to 87% chance to grant a Dark Shroud. Dark Shrouds give you damage reduction. You can have up to 5. It's almost 50% more damage reduction. Now, the only way you get these Dark Shrouds in this build is with your auto attacks. So having faster auto attack speeds is going to be very beneficial. As for the traits, I'm running movement speed, max life, and damage reduction from close enemies. Now, this necklace is a side quest necklace. It's called the Mark of the Conclave. You do not have to run this necklace. Probably a better alternative to this necklace is going to be a pure damage reduction and max armor, total armor percentage necklace with movement speed on it. Yeah, you don't have to run this one. As for my ring, I'm running the rapid aspect. Basic skills grant 29% attack speed. I'm always having the auto attack button held down, so this one's very beneficial. I'm running max life, crit strike chance, lucky hit chance, and imbued skill damage. As for my next ring, I'm running the aspect of expectant. Attacking enemies with basic skills increases your next core skill by 9% up to 30%. I'm always auto attacking or basic attacking, so I'm always getting extra damage. As for my traits, I'm running crit strike chance, max life, lucky hit chance, and critical strike damage. And for my swords, This build, you don't have to run swords. You can run daggers because you're going to usually always be doing close damage. So if you do get a good dagger, you can run that one instead of a sword. I just run these swords because they have the best enchantments out of all the weapons I have. So for my aspects on the sword, I'm running the aspect of encircling blades. Flurry damages enemies in a circle around you. If you're gonna run the flurry build, you have to run this somewhere in your kit. It makes your flurry deal damage in a circle around you. Makes your flurry do more damage, and it gives your lucky hit chances more chances to proc. As for the traits, I'm running dexterity, core skill damage, crit strike damage with imbued skills, and critical strike damage. My second sword, I'm running the accelerating aspect. Critical strikes with core skills increase your attack speed by 25% chance, by 25% for 5 seconds. And my traits are critical strike damage, dexterity, vulnerable damage, and damage to close enemies. Another version of this build I ran is going to be Temerity. The problem with Temerity is you're losing damage reduction, so I find that not running Temerity is just a better option. But if you want to run Temerity, you can run Temerity, and then you're going to lose your disobedience aspect. So where I put that is my helmet, and I took off Mangler's aspect, and then I did, instead of the aspect of expectant, I put the aspect of conceited on, which makes your barrier, while you have a barrier, you do 25% increase damage. For my specialization, I'm running combo points. I'm always holding the basic attack down, so I'm always generating combo points. And for my skill tree, I'm running puncture, all the way built out to fundamental puncture. I'm running flurry, maxed out, all the way out to improved flurry. Max 30, max siphoning strike. This one's works in tandem with your enhanced flurry. The ability to heal you is insane. Shadow step, 1 charge, built all the way out to methodical shadow step. Being able to jump on an enemy and CC them for 2 seconds is very helpful. I'm running weapon mastery times 3. Dark Shroud. Dark Shroud's where you get a lot of damage reduction, so I have 5 into that, built all the way out into subverting Dark Shroud. Exploit 3. Malice 3. Precision imbuement, more critical strike chance with imbued skills 3. 1 on shadow imbuement, built all the way out into mixed shadow imbuement. Poison imbuement, maxed out, built all the way out into blended poison imbuement. I have 3 deadly venom. I have 3 debilitating toxins. I have 3 charges into cold imbuement. And I have I get 3 from my helmet, so I don't have any into here, but I am using the skill. And then I have 3 into frigid finesse. I have no traits over here, and then I have 1 into momentum. Momentum is very important. When you have this fully stacked up, you get 20% damage reduction, increased energy regeneration, which is very important. It allows you to spam your flurry, and you get 15% increased movement speed for 8 seconds. Let's jump into the Paragon board. On the Paragon board, the first one I'm running Canny. However, if you're not level 100, you're going to run combat in this first board right here until you get this board over here built out. So I built all the way down to here, up into here, this, and then from this board, I'm running it into Cunning Stratagem with the exploit glyph. Exploit is very important. It is how you're making all the enemies vulnerable. So I built it all the way out to here, the lawless, into finisher. And then I have denial and slayer built in this board. Allows you to be a little bit more tanky. And from the Cunning Stratagem board, I'm running into the Eldritch Bounty board. This is where you're getting a lot of your poison damage. Allows your poison damage to do more damage. I'm running the Infusion glyph. with potent, ready supply, suffused resilience, and imbuer. And from that board, I'm running into Tricks of the Trade, with Havoc being in the top left. For this glyph, I'm running Closer. That allows your Flurry to do more damage. And then I have Lawless built out for more tankiness, and Focus to do more damage to elites. And from that board, I'm running into the No Witness board. And this is the board that you're going to swap Canny with when you have it fully built out. So I have combat here just because it has more intelligence nodes than this one. So I get more critical strike damage.